Welcome back to another Anime and Beyond review. I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And today we are going to review the season of Demon Slayer. If you're new, be sure to subscribe and also check out our other videos. With that said, we are going to get right into this review.
This is a very interesting world where demons roam at night and they kill you. And that there's one demon that can actually turn people, regular humans, into demons.
Yeah. But sometimes, I mean, we learned this in the arc, that, I mean, you can kill them. Like, they might not even turn. Sometimes they can just, you know, die.
Yeah, I thought that was...
Because their body can't physically take the transformation.
I thought it was very, very unique. And maybe it's not. Maybe I just haven't watched a lot of TV. But Tanjiro's growth throughout the whole series, him caring for demons because it hit home personally. Because Nezuko was turned into a demon and he wanted to save her. Even though he put other demons to rest, you know, he killed them, cut off their heads, he still had
some sympathy for them.
Yeah, he was empathetic towards them. The one in the music room, and he cut his head off, you know, and then he's like being careful not to step on his music sheets, and then you know, the lady in the forest, and he's like, I think he like reached out to touch her hand or something like that. And it's just like something that the demon slayers are just not. I mean, you have to be cold-hearted if you want to be a killer.
It's almost because, and I kind of see in one sense where he's coming from, because in the show, there's that main dude who's like the lord over the demons, basically, Muzan, and he is like controlling them, and is like has this almost death grip on them, and like, if you don't do what I say, if you don't do this, do that, you know, you're going to, you're gonna die, you're gonna pay for the consequences. And so there's this constant fear of him, but it's like at the same time, in a sense, like maybe indirectly, but in a sense, he's the one that kind of saved their life. So it's kind of like he's doing this as a you owe me type thing.
Like, I could have killed you, I hate you, but... Yeah,
but I decided, like, so you work for me now. And so it's like, they don't want to do this. They have to do this. And if they don't do this, then they're going to, you know, they're going to die. It's,
in a way...
And so I think that's maybe what Tanjiro saw. Maybe.
Yeah, and it's like that, also like Stockholm Syndrome, where, you know, you're the prisoner and you start caring for the person who's kidnapped you. But another thing about this series, like a lot of modern anime today, I started watching first Naruto, Dragon Ball. I'm watching One Piece right now. Filler. But in here, it's so quick paced. Like within the first 5 episodes, we meet the main villain. And that was just like, I was like, what is going on here? How many episodes are in this season?
Yeah, there was a time where I thought that I thought it was just gonna go straight to it. Where Tanjiro saw Muzan, the main villain, and he was just gonna attack him, but he just disappeared, or he vanished somewhere in the crowd.
Yeah, he turned somebody into a demon and then left.
And then and so I was like, man, and I thought like it was just gonna all happen at once, like he was gonna go in.
I really enjoyed the training arc when, you know, Tanjiro goes the first time being like, all I have to do is run down the hill, and he starts running and tripping, and then even though he can smell the stuff, it's just like his body's not reacting as quickly, and then you see the growth, and it takes like 2 years for him to be physically able to take the test. And then that whole test, I love that whole test scene. That one demon just wanted to kill all of the apprentices for that Yoro Kodaki, the master, and I just really enjoyed watching Tanjiro finish him off. Yeah,
I loved his techniques, the whole water breathing technique.
Yes.
And just like how smoothly and elegantly and just like fluid how he just swung it, and you can see like the water and everything. I was like, man, and he was fast with it. I was like, that's crazy, especially during the arc where they had the white haired demons and they had the strings and everything.
Yeah, in the forest.
Yeah, when he was like desperate, like none of his attacks were working, and he just kind of, I don't know, I guess found something within himself and tapped into a technique that his dad once taught him, and just started slicing through it. Yeah. And then the combined power with him and Nezuko, I was like, bro, that's sick.
I watched that probably like everybody else, that episode and that scene like 5 times.
But then Tomoko comes in and just ones up him in like a second. It's like water breathing technique 11 or something like that.
Yeah, he went like above and beyond.
Total calm. I'm like, bro, what is he doing?
That whole...
And he just said, I was like, what the heck, bro?
That whole scene was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
And then like after we get that beautiful scene and like the end of the episode, the next week we come back and realize that demon was smart enough to cut his own neck off first.
Yeah.
That way he wouldn't die. He used his own threads to cut his neck off, which is why Giyu was able to finish him off. And just seeing the growth of Tanjiro and like him like getting flustered, but then like, no, calm, you know, I have to be patient, have to do my breathing, and just total concentration.
Yeah.
That it was really cool to see, because we didn't see a big long training arc. It was like 1 to 2 episodes. And so, but this is like the fruits of his labor.
Mm-hmm. And I have to give a shout out to Zenitsu. Like he, you know what? I feel like people slept on him. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I slept on him, but this dude came through sometimes. Like he was one of them low key people. Like I think of like when Naruto was younger, and he was just like all talk and not really in any show.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of like that, but like a whiny baby, and he's quiet all the time. But whenever he passed out, he got into that mode. It was just like he unlocked Ultra Instinct or something. He just said, dude, and that lightning technique, it was sick. But like when I'm just saying, like when it counted, like he came through. And of course, we know Inosuke, yeah, I'm bad with these names, but he was good too. Like he just with his anger and like letting that be his power. I just, I got a Vegeta vibe from him. All, yeah.
One of the greatest lines in the whole series, or the whole season, was when Zenitsu's master was like, "If you can only do one thing, do it to perfection," or something around there. And it was just, we were quoting that afterwards too. But it's true. Like if you're only good at one, like there's good advice in anime, guys. That's why you need to watch more of it.
Yeah. And watch Dr. Stone, please.
Shameless plug.
I also like when Tanjiro went up against the 2 demons, the one with the arrow and the one with the ball. That was a pretty dope scene. Like I was saying, how fast he was and how fluid he was with the sword. It took a while because, it looked like he was just being dragged everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the demon gave him the ability to see, and he saw the arrows and he saw the direction they were going to go. And so he was able to see the direction of the balls, and like we see that the other demon who was throwing the arrows was actually making the balls go in those directions. I thought that whole idea, that tag team thing that they did, was pretty cool. And then you kind of see Tanjiro's dynamic with his friends or allies that are with him. They kind of separate them, and then he has them on one-on-one, and then he like just takes them apart. I'm like, dude, that was sick. But I just like, because they're those enemies that always want to double team one person, and they they just try to blitz them. Yeah. But then you get them alone, and then you just take them apart. So I like the fact that they got that dynamic out there.
And that was crazy because that was right after that Tanjiro had encountered Muzan, and the main demon in the series. And so those 2 guys were stalking them, following them there, and they're gonna be dealing a lot with the demon doctor Tamayo in the future, because Tanjiro's collecting blood for her so she can do research to try to turn Nezuko back into a human.
Yeah.
Tanjiro, not only does he care for these people, even though they're demons, he's like, I hate the demon, but I don't hate like the individual behind the demon. But then also, not only does he deal with that, he's got to deal with not destroying the person completely, just enough so he can get the blood. There are going to be times where Tanjiro is going to push himself to his limit and have to decide, do I want to go all out now and have no strength left in my body, kind of like how his dad was and how he was after he fought in the forest, or do I want to save a little bit of strength so that way I can just throw this needle into the demon, and take some of that blood so he can do research on it, because he didn't get any blood from that demon in the forest. The little kid, the little boy. So he missed out on that opportunity.
He was spent. He was out of energy. There was no way. He was telling, even when he did get up, he was saying, it feels like my bones are like gonna, Towards the end, I liked how Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, they all got together and they learned, or they kind of mastered total concentration with the help of the butterfly lady's assistance. But I thought that was cool how the whole training process, that girl was fast, by the way. Tanjiro could not. Nobody could catch her.
Nobody could touch her.
And I just like their growth from that. The last episode of the season, we see some special demons come face to face with Muzan, but he is disguised as a woman. And basically he's getting rid of the lower levels, or people that the demons that he doesn't feel that are fit to serve him. And there's basically only one that doesn't get destroyed, and he gives them their blood, and we see that it makes him stronger, which I think we see during even before the
and he's like eating people on the train.
So looking forward to how they would fare to someone who's gained more power, you know, and we see him on a train towards the end. So yeah, and not only that, but we have the fire guy who is also with him. I want to see how he fares against him. Yeah,
he seems like a hothead, obviously, because fire.
But he also seems confident, like very confident. Like,
and he's one of the strongest demon slayers in the core.
It doesn't, and this confidence doesn't seem like it's something like Inosuke. You know, it's like different. You know, so it's like a calm confidence. So I'm interested to see that.
I really enjoyed that episode where Tanjiro was brought in front of the Hashiras, and he had to kind of like was supposed to explain what was going on, and you know, all those guys were like, you know, we should just kill his sister.
Yeah.
Why should we keep her alive? And one guy's taunting Nezuko.
Oh yeah.
And Tanjiro, even though he's so beat up, like hurt leg, broken jaw, he takes that final step, runs toward one of the Hashiras, and then jumps up and head slams him.
Honestly, I had some My Hero vibes when I saw that, because I mean, I feel like that was something that I could see Deku do. Actually, I'm pretty sure he has done something like that. I mean, he's broken his arm.
Putting other people, namely his sister, before his own well-being. In most animes I watch, it feels like the main villain isn't really introduced until later on. Like, you have all these smaller guys leading up to it, maybe like the pawns, and then they'll lead you to the bigger guy, and eventually get to the big fish. With this one, they kind of introduced him in the first episode by Nezuko being turned into a demon. And then we see him a little later when Tanjiro smells them, tracks him down, and he gets scared. He sends 2 people after them, and then at the end of the season, we see him disguising himself, which is like, okay, like the Hashiras mentioned that they've never even seen him before. They were surprised when they found out Tanjiro's seen him.
Yeah.
So the pace that this show is going is pretty cool, but also Muzan fears Tanjiro in a way. He fears the exposure because the people he sent after him so far have all died.
That is interesting.
Yeah, Muzan's so used, like Devin mentioned, he's so used to controlling other people, but this is a situation where he doesn't have control over.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, that's interesting. Well, first of all, I want to know how he became master. And second of all, can he do something?
He's got the Byakugan.
I mean, it looks like he does. Looks like he does. But, like...
It's a good point.
I mean, because...
They all respect him.
Yeah, they all respect him, and, like, it doesn't look like they would dare attack him or anything. So it's like, first of all, like, how did he get to that position that he's at now? Has he always been there from the people in the past?
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe his secret is that he is a demon, and that's, you know... I don't think so, but you know, but I'm just saying, like, maybe that's why maybe he was from the past, and that's why he's been able to live so long, because he's a demon.
And it could be the My Hero thing. All Might had the damage because he fought All for One, and so maybe he fought the main demon. Maybe he fought Muzan. And I don't know, probably not though, because
maybe it's a pass the torch type thing. You know, maybe I don't know.
Another thing that we found out in the last episode was that they live in a world where demon slayers aren't recognized by the government. So, I mean, we were in this small world.
So they were trying to,
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting for the movie and for the next season that's coming up.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give this show an 8.5. Yeah, I think it did really well. The animation, the story, I loved it. I love every bit of it. I mean, if you're gonna ask me, okay, what could be better since it's not a 10? I can't give you an answer. I'm not gonna lie. I can't give you an answer. But
it's a 10 disguised as an 8.5.
Yeah, but I'm saying 8.5. But no, y'all let us know what y'all think about this season review of Demon Slayer. You know what I mean? What would y'all rate it 1 out of 10? Y'all let us know your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this Demon Slayer review. That said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.